So that was the special box that Poco sent me over, the secret box. And for those who got the reference about the introduction, you have proper taste in music. Either way, of course, the unboxing is about the Poco X4 Pro and of course the M4 Pro, the latest devices from Poco. And I've used some Poco devices in the past, with the X3 being a really solid contender for one of the best phones of that time. I think overall Poco does well when it comes to performance to what you get. Either way, let's start with the Poco X3. Now, both of these phones I've been using for a little bit, so I don't really have an opinion about it where I can make a review out of it. But overall I will have to say both of these are quite impressive. And I'm also doing a camera comparison for my second channel, Tech by Jermaine, so link in the description for that, comparing both of these in daytime shots as well. Either way, both of them solid contenders in terms of what you already get, but for a full review we have to stay put, because for now I don't have enough test time to give you a clear indication about how they perform and what I like or dislike about the phone. Either way, let's start with the X4 Pro, as I said. Now this is of course the X4 Pro. Of course, like every single device from Poco, you do get the case included as well. And of course, what I really actually like but also dislike as someone who needs to film the device is that the back texture has this nice spotlight effect to it. It's quite unique and it's not something that I've seen before, and I'm not even sure how they managed it. But it definitely looks like there's a spotlight effect to it. Quite cool. Either way, let's start with of course what you get in the box itself, apart from of course that. Now, of course, the one thing that I will have to say straight away is that you get actually a 67 watt charger included with the Poco X4 Pro. A 67 watt charger. Some other brands that you pay a lot more for don't even include a charger. This one, you just get the 67 watt charger included. Of course, you do also get your cable, which isn't a surprise. It's USB-A to USB-C for those who are wondering. And in terms of course here, you get your SIM ejection tool and of course your papers. And of course your case as well. Now with the Poco M4 Pro, it isn't very different in what you get with the package itself. There are some differences though. With the Poco X4 Pro you can actually charge it at 67 watt. However, with the Poco M4 Pro, still respectable, a 33 watt charger. And again, it's included in the box. Again, like some other brands that don't even include it anymore. We pay a lot more for it, you know, flagships. And then of course you do have your charging cable as well. USB-A to USB-C for both of them. I will have to say though, there is a difference in terms of color. And if I would recommend one of them in terms of color, I think the yellow looks best for both of these. At least seen from vendors and whatnot. But for the Poco M4 Pro, I will have to say I think I'm happy that I got the blue version as well. I think the blue version definitely looks better and more appealing than the black version. But overall, in terms of design, it's something that you either like or dislike. I think they could have been a little bit more creative with it. But overall, it is what you get. And at the end, what matters most is how it performs. And here, so far what I've used, I think both of these perform really well. What I really like about both of them is that they both have an AMOLED display. Really good to see, especially on the M4 Pro. That's a huge upgrade. In terms of camera performance, of course, it's gonna do well, and both of them have a high refresh rate. For the Poco M4 Pro, it's 90 Hz, but for the Poco X4 Pro, it's actually 120 Hz. However, if you want, you can of course set it to 60 Hz. There is sadly no 90 Hz or adaptive display, but those are mostly taken for high-end phones that you pay a lot more for. Like for instance, a different phone that's coming up soon as well. But this has a choice between 60 and 120 Hz, and here of course 90 Hz or 60 Hz. Both of them great displays, and what I really like is the brightness of them as well. I was shooting some shots outside comparing these with some other phones. What I really noticed is that these get a far brighter display than the Motorola's that I'm testing as well. And I think that's really impressive as well, especially if you do like photography and you are taking shots at a certain angle. Having that brighter display when the sun is out is really key. And I think AMOLED displays here again are a big win for both of these devices. The thing is though, so far this is of course not gonna be a review. I think in terms of what you get, yes, like I said, it's gonna be good. But how good, I cannot tell you yet. These simply are my first impressions. Either way, I am really glad that Poco sent these over because I am curious how they will perform overall. And as stated, if you want to see more videos about this as well, comparing, for instance, the camera between both of these. And of course, I'm gonna compare it to some other devices as well. Stay tuned, and of course, check out Tech by Jermaine. I will leave a link in the description. It's a new channel of mine. If we can get that to 1K, that would be nice, and 4,000 minutes of watch time. It would be so nice if YouTube didn't have that. Either way, I started a new channel, as I stated, and I do hope that you check that channel out as well and make that one grow. And there it will be more focused on products that are real, no concepts at all. Maybe we talk a little bit about information about other devices that come out, or the future of other devices, like for instance the Pixel 7 or something like that. So these are the Poco M4 Pro and of course the X4 Pro, and my first impressions about them, and of course my unboxing about it. A little bit of a different style. Hope you enjoyed that. Of course, if you did, don't forget to leave a like. I want to be a little bit more creative when it comes to these things. Either way, thank you Poco for of course sending these out. That's very nice of them, and I'm gonna check them out as well and just give you my opinion about how they perform and what I like about them or dislike. We'll have to find out. And as stated, if you do want to check out my channel Tech by Jermaine, that would be nice. Either way, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, that's good. Have a good one. I'll talk to you guys in the next.